Here's how to spend a day in Copenhagen in Denmark. 8 a.m. Kickoff at Nyhavn, where 17th century townhouses in candy-colored hues line the canal like they're auditioning for a Wes Anderson flick. The morning light makes it Instagram gold, and the crowds haven't yet descended like seagulls on a heron. At 9 a.m. pedal like a Dane on a bike adventure. Copenhagen is basically a love letter to bicycles with more bikes than people. True story. Grab a city bike from one of the zillion stations. Channel your inner Viking and pedal through the city like you're fleeing a tax audit. Pro tip, don't ring your bell at locals unless you want a glare colder than a Danish winter. Keep those legs pumping, you've got royalty to stalk. At 10 a.m, snoop around the Malianborg Palace, where the Danish royal family lives in style. This place screams Baroque elegance, with a courtyard big enough to make your apartment feel like a broom closet. If you linger until noon, you'll catch the changing of the guards. Think toy soldiers, but with better hats. Got time to kill? Hop into Fredericks Church, aka the Marble Church nearby. Its massive green dome is basically Copenhagen's way of saying, yeah, we've got flair. At 12 p.m, stuff your face with smørrebrød. Lunchtime calls for Denmark's culinary MVP, smørrebrød, the open-faced sandwich that's basically art on bread. Head to Amman's 1921 for fancy pants versions, or Café Havvine for old school vibes where the waiters might tell you stories longer than a Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale. At 2 p.m, stroll the King's Garden and Rosenborg Castle. The King's Garden is a leafy oasis next to Rosenborg Castle, a 17th century stunner that looks like it was plucked from a fairy tale minus the fire-breathing dragon. The castle's got Denmark's crown jewels, but if you don't feel like going inside, the gardens are free, gorgeous, and perfect for pretending you're in a Jane Austen novel. Book castle tickets ahead unless you enjoy disappointment as much as Danes love Hygge. Then at 3:30 p.m, go for coffee and a cinnamon snail at U12, a cozy spot near Rosenborg. At 4:30 p.m, get weird in Christianshavn and Freetown Christiania. Hop back on your bike, you're basically a pro now, and cruise to Christianshavn, a canal-crammed district that's like Amsterdam's quirkier cousin. Then venture into Freetown Christiania, a hippie commune from the 70s that's part art gallery, part social experiment, and all kinds of wild. Think street art, funky vibes, and enough tie-dye to make your eyes twitch. Respect the no-photo rules unless you want a lecture from a dreadlocked local. Keep an open mind, this place is Copenhagen's rebellious streak in full color. At 6 p.m, feast in the meatpacking district. Your stomach is growling louder than a Viking war cry, so head to Vesterbro's meatpacking district, where you'll find Kudbayens Fiskebar, the perfect place to go to for seafood so fresh it might swim off your plate. At 8 p.m, get enchanted at Tivoli Gardens, the world's oldest amusement park. This place is like if Disneyland and a fairy tale had a love child, with twinkling lights, vintage rides, and a lake that's practically begging for a rom-com moment.